Hey Mustangs! Welcome back to another episode of the Mustang Sports Network. I'm Stephen McQuaid here with senior wrestler NOLA Allen. NOLA, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So how did you first get into the sport of wrestling?
I first got into wrestling when I was in gym class and I had Frankel for badminton. And he tried to convince me there, but I wasn't really falling for it. And then I saw Frankel at my brother's rec practice and he suggested it again. And then I was like, okay, I'll try it for conditioning to keep myself in shape for lacrosse. And then I ended up falling in love with the sport and really being passionate about it and loving it.
How has the sport changed throughout the years that you've been competing?
The sport has changed vastly because at first when I went to tournaments, I would have 2 or 3 girls to wrestle, but now it's more 10 or 12 because it's been a growing sport and it's one of the fastest growing sports and it's really enjoyable. But I feel like it's grown a lot and I'm really happy because that means there's more opportunities for more people and there's more of a competition out there.
Is there anything you do to get motivated right before a match?
Something I do to get myself a little bit more motivated is listen to music, or I'll surround myself with my teammates so I'm more in the moment and I'm not in my head too much, and just so I can enjoy it more.
What goes through your mind while you're on the mat?
What goes through my mind are the various different moves that I usually use and how I want to use them, and just more of a pep talk also, because it's one of those situations where it's fight or flight.
Is it difficult to make weight before a match?
I wouldn't say it's difficult if you do the right steps to prepare yourself to make weight and if you do the right things, set yourself up for success. But there are certain times where I haven't made weight before and it is stressful and it can be difficult, but that's if you don't prepare yourself or set yourself up and have a plan.
What do you think the perception is of female wrestling?
I feel as if the perception is that it's easier because there's less of us, but that's not necessarily the case because there's still equally as much competition with girls wrestling than there is with boys. And just because there's not as much of us, that doesn't mean that we're any less capable, because there's a lot of girls out there that can beat really good boys. There's a girl named Ella Puello who's an amazing wrestler, and she travels nationally, and it's wonderful. But I feel the perception is that it's not as hard and that we don't work as hard, and I feel it should be changed, and I feel people should see that we also work as hard and we're trying to grow the sport still, but it's also equally as important.
What is your most memorable match?
One of my most memorable matches is either the one where I beat this one girl from Jackson that I've constantly lost to for the first time, even though I lost to her later, but I still feel it was important because at least I know I'm capable. But also another memorable moment is when I finally got my 4th place match done, and I knew that I made it as high as I did at states, because it was something that I was really it was one of my biggest goals that I've had to even just place, even on the lower side, but I ended up on the higher side, which was something that I didn't think I would achieve, but I did.
Thank you so much. I wish you the best on your season. Stay tuned for more Mustang Sports Insiders on the Mustang Sports Network.